Hey guys, Ruby here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this look. So if you'd like to see how to get this subtle cut crease look for prom, then please keep on watching. So this is super important, which is why I included it in this tutorial. You have to look after your skin in order to have a bomb-ass makeup. So I'm using this face mask and scrub by the Skin Republic. I scrubbed my skin using the exfoliating side. And now what I'm doing is taking off the excess and popping on the sheet mask. Now this sheet mask is supposed to be great for stimulating collagen production and helping the skin look super plump and hydrated. So I'm just taking the excess, rubbing it all over my neck and décolleté area, and just wait until the mask is actually dry and it's not like adhering to the skin properly, and that's when you peel it off and then just wipe away the excess with a muslin cloth or a face cloth. I'm also using this to exfoliate my lips to get rid of any dead skin. Apply your skincare as per usual and move on to your base. I'm a dry skin gal, and the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown just helps my skin look so luminous and glowy and hydrated, and it stops my makeup from clinging to any dry spots. So I'm applying a good portion of that all over my face using my white beauty blender, and then with my setting spray and a little bit of Outlast primer, I'm applying it to the areas where I tend to get a little bit oily and a little bit sweaty. So I tend to get sweaty on my forehead, around my nose, and also on my upper lip, which is why I'm applying those two primers and the setting spray together. When it comes to finding a foundation that lasts all night, provides amazing coverage, and just looks amazing in flash photography, then look no further than the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Typically, these types of foundations don't work with my drier skin type, but if I apply it with my beauty blender using a damp beauty blender, then I find that this foundation looks amazing on my skin. Very rarely has this foundation clung to any of my extreme dry areas, which is really impressive. Allow your foundation to settle before applying any more base products, and during this time I typically like to move on to my eyes and eyebrows. I applied my Makeup Store eyeshadow base, and now I'm just moving on to filling in my brows, giving them some more shape. I love the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Lift in Cara D. It's not a super skinny pencil where it takes me kind of like forever to kind of fill the gaps in my brows. I find that it's super efficient, and I just love how it's an ashy color. It is in a warm brown shade, so it looks very natural. I also like to set my eyebrows before moving back onto my base to conceal any blemishes. So foundation and pinpoint concealing is now done. It's time to move back onto the eyes to set the eyeshadow primer. I've picked up the shade Buff from my Lorca palette, and I'm applying this from brow bone all the way to lash line to help set that base that we applied earlier. The following steps may seem repetitive, but it does give the effect that your eye makeup look is professionally done. Layering eyeshadows, especially different shades, give the eyes more dimension, which is why I have worked two different shades into the transition and socket area. I've also extended the eyeshadows out quite far this time, and it's almost reaching out to the tip of my eyebrow. This eyeshadow placement helps to elongate the eyes and also give the outer corners more lift, giving the eyes a pretty almond shape. From my Lorca Pro 2 palette, I picked up the shade Rosé on a flat shader brush and ran that all over my mobile lid, and used a fluffy brush to blend the edge of the eyeshadow into the crease. I've picked up the shade Cool Grey, and I'm running that on the outer third of the crease. To help create that cut crease effect, I'm using my Sigma Small Tapered Blending E45 brush. It's one of those brushes that everybody needs in their collection, and I'll definitely link it down below. I've picked up Cool Grey once again, but this time on a small shader brush, and I'm running this on my lower lash line. Not only does this define the lower lashes and balance the eyes out, I'm also using this to connect the lower lash line to the extended line of the crease. Taking that same brush again, I've dipped into the black matte shade, and I'm using this to create a very smoky cat line that's very faint but still gives the line that we're going to be applying over top a little bit of softness. I'm also using a small amount on the outer third of my lower lash line just to help connect everything together. So if you want maximum impact and definition, it's super important to take a gel liner and an angle brush and really wriggle this product in between the lashes to ensure that there is no flesh peeking through. I must admit that this makeup is slightly leaning towards the Arab side, but even with Arabic inspired makeup, it's super important that you use a lot of kohl in the waterline in the tight line and also in between the lashes to help build up the intensity. I'm now taking my MAC 263 brush and my L'Oreal gel liner, and I'm lining over the top where we applied that black eyeshadow. Even though the cat line is still distinct and defined, it still has a little bit of smokiness to it. At this point, I am retouching my lower lash line and trying to redefine it. The only place on my face where it kind of rejects makeup or doesn't pick up makeup or take it is my lower lash line and my waterline. No matter how good the product is, my eyes just reject it for some reason. Anyways, curl your lashes just so your false lashes can blend seamlessly in with your natural lashes. Here I'm using my YSL Shocking Mascara. I find that this mascara gives me the most dramatic lashes. It's super black too, so it's perfect for this eye makeup look. This formulation is super wet, which is why I'm leaving my mascara and applying my highlight. The highlight that I'm using is beige, also in the Lorca Pro 2 palette, and I'm using this color again in the inner corners of my eyes just to add some sheen and to highlight this area. I know that I've used this concealer way too many times in my tutorials, but this is my favorite concealer. It works so well with my skin. It looks super light and it doesn't look heavy or cakey, and it just photographs beautifully. So I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation, applying that underneath my eyes and using my beauty blender to knock that out. These lashes are by Antemes, I think that's how you pronounce it. Popping them on and then moving straight into powdering my face. And I'm going to sound like a broken record, but if you're going to be using powder products like contours and blushes, you want to powder your face with a setting powder before applying any pigment, otherwise it will cling to your skin. As you can see, my Orgasm blush by NARS is blending seamlessly onto my skin. Same with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder in the shade Fawn. It isn't clinging, it's just blending seamlessly. Same goes for my highlight. This is Hot Sands by NARS. It gives me a nice golden sheen and it's not clinging. It's because I applied a translucent powder first before applying it over top. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's super important that you do this. So I'm done with my base and I'm moving on to my lips. I'm using the Chi Chi Cosmetics Totally Nude Lip Pencil, and I'm using this to line and fill in my lips. I'm finishing this look off by using Brave from MAC. I also want to mattify this a little more, so I'm taking my translucent powder and running this all over my lips. This will help my lip color last all night long. So you don't have to worry about touching up your lipstick, you can actually enjoy your prom night. I've paired this look with my white crochet dress and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this prom makeup look, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!